Hello riders and not. Today on the vlog is Royal Enfield Continental GT. Don't think I got mad and wearing a t-shirt at -2 in UK. I'm in sunny Tenerife and borrowing a bike from Easy Rider Tenerife. When I decided to go abroad and show you some more beautiful scenery than Colchester one more time, and I contacted Easy Rider Tenerife and looked through the range that they have and offer, I was surprised that I found it hard to choose because every single bike here fits into my content and fits into the bikes that I am riding currently. I chose Continental GT because a lot of you asking me to do a review of it. It's 2021 model, but it haven't changed much since. They haven't changed at all. They introduced the new colors, the anniversary colors, but that's about it. So it is a current, let's say, Continental GT, and I'm really looking forward to ride it. I just did a fast ride and having a fast stop. Literally, I want to stop everywhere and I've been so distracted with the views. I'm glad that I'm on the bike like Continental GT because it is so easy to ride. At the same time, it has this sporty sitting position. It's very comfortable. It has clip-ons, but they are raised, and that makes your sitting position quite comfortable. I will show all the sitting position and all the controls once I'll have a better spot where I can put the tripod and show you guys how I sit on it. But to start with, it's brilliant. I mean, I live in Essex. We don't have I'll show you this on the side of the road. We don't have this. If you ride off the road, you end up in the field, or worst case scenario in the tree, but we don't have cliffs like that. And for your brain to get used to it on that first ride, I need to be on the comfortable bike, because every single bend my brain says like no, slow down because this cliff doesn't look good. And this is the thing, I need some time to reshift and to get used to having a cliff edge next to the bend, and that's when having a comfortable to ride bike, it's very important for me, but also a bike that leans and listens to you and does things that agile bike that does these things that you need it to do. And now guys, I'm going to a recommended place which is 7 miles 18 minutes, like literally just look at the map. 7 miles ride. Look at this. I think that's brilliant. And I'm very happy that I haven't tried Continental GT, haven't done the review before, and I could do it over here, because I think of all the Royal Enfields that I rode, I would prefer that for a Tenerife scene for roads here, because as I mentioned, it's a bit sporty sitting position, so I could feel a little bit more one with a bike. Wow, look at this. Wow. Wow. Amazing. And you know, another reason, even if I would be used to the roads like this and riding on the edges of a cliff around the bend, still having a bike like this, it gives you opportunity to actually look around and enjoy the surroundings, not just concentrate purely on the road. One quick question about Continental GT. You live in Tenerife now for over 20 years, aren't you? And you know every single road here, you rode it a million times, you did tours. Is that a good bike for riding in a place like this?
We were surprised, you know, when we first got this, because the Interceptor did very, very well. And we were kind of, you know, let's get another Interceptor, well, they'll do the GT, and we bought this to begin with, and we were surprised at how slow the uptake was on this to begin with. But over the last 12 months and the last season and this season, this has been such a favourite that everybody's been booking it. Yeah, it's just got the look, hasn't it? It's just got that more sporty look. I think the Interceptor can be a little bit kind of, you know, stiff, yeah, whereas this has got that little bit more character to it with the Cafe Racer style. And it's a great bike, clip-on bars, your foot pegs are pushed out, your back that little bit more, so you get the lean on it, which people, I think that whole kind of scene is taking off. The Cafe Racer scene is pretty big at the moment, so it kind of fits. And for what you need, 650cc for these types of roads over here, which there's a lot of twists and bends, there's a lot of new scenery. You don't want nothing too complicated to ride because you're looking around a lot, and yeah, I think it's an ideal bike, and that's why it's now so popular.
It fits so well when I'm riding, even carrying a rucksack. It does feel okay because it is not a full calf racer. The clip-ons are raised, they has risers here, so the sitting position is quite upright. I would say it's more, for me, scrambler-like sitting position, and not fully calf racer where you have all, especially with a backpack, I would have all my weight on me, whereas here it's quite upright, and I feel I felt great. I didn't get tired. I didn't get any pain riding today. I was out for a few hours, all the twisties, all the roads that are technical, especially for my type of riding, and coming here from UK, coming here from Essex, it felt technical for me, and I feel fresh and I'm ready to ride more today.
Here is a lot of uphill and downhill riding, and another advantage of Interceptor is that it is lightweight bike. So if you are not familiar with a lot of elevation when you have to stop on the junctions, this is definitely an advantage, because I could imagine myself on a huge cruiser and stressing out like I did on the Indian trip when I was riding a cruiser and I had to spend some time in the traffic up the hill, and how stressful it was kind of holding the weight of the bike, even though I was holding on the brakes, but still it was stressful. Whereas having a lightweight bike, it's definitely an advantage for that. So so far so good. I mean, it is definitely very friendly bike to ride for a beginner rider, or in maybe on the roads that you're not that familiar with, in the situations like this when you're on the trip, and also on the country lanes, obviously in winter as well, even though it doesn't look very wintry. Still, because in winter it is harder to ride. It's definitely a good bike for that. Now I have to find the place where the bikers go as well, and I think this is it. Hey, you can see some bikers. Hola, I don't speak Spanish.
What the great record system you...
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube? Oh, madre mía.
To me, it's definitely the most beautiful Royal Enfield as it comes from the manufacturers, because I'm a fan of calf racer looks and I just built one. So definitely that old school calf racers I would choose over the cruisers, and I would choose even over the scramblers. Look wise, I think they are one of the most beautiful bikes, even though not that comfortable, in the market. So definitely look-wise, that would be my favorite Royal Enfield, and even as it comes, it's good enough. However, it's a lot of space for improvement. I will dig out a few episodes from before of a custom Continental GT, and I had a chance to ride one as well. As much as I remember, it was even more nimble, it was even more nippier and lighter, and also the sound was uncomparable. I'm a big fan of a custom motorcycle sounds and the custom exhaust rather than what it comes from manufacturers and with all their Euro 5 restrictions. About it a lot is that you can take the ump off and it becomes a two-riders bike. It has a pilly seat and pillion foot pegs as well, so it's ready for your spouse to go with you, or you can pack some luggage here and do some light touring on it as well, or go around the world. It's up to you. I don't see a problem with that. I mean, it is great. It feels great, and I couldn't feel any big flaws that put me off straight away. Riding it, I felt very confident in it, and considering I've been dropped, or I dropped myself, I just flew here and straight away from -2 degrees to a heat and to the twisty roads and to everything, to a completely different environment, riding on the other side of a road, on unfamiliar bike, unfamiliar place and unfamiliar roads. I felt confident and I really enjoyed today. I didn't feel like I struggle, and I would do that over and over and over again, but I know like tomorrow will be better, and after tomorrow even better, and then Saturday I have to go back to -2 degrees.
It is illegal to filter in Tenerife, so I have to be careful with that. Officially, I'm not filtering here. And how is it in the traffic? It does great. I mean, if you can do hairpins, I believe you can ride almost anywhere. I could easily and comfortably now go in between lanes here, and it wouldn't bother me. But I will be a good girl and I will stick to the traffic speed, because I don't want to get anyone, including myself, into trouble. I heard that the fine for splitting lanes here is 500 euros. So I will not show you guys how comfortable Continental GT is for lane splitting. Probably will have to take one in UK for that, but it's narrow, it has clip-ons, so basically it's the wideness of, almost the wideness of my shoulder, so nothing sticking out. The bike is small, nimble, easy to maneuver, so I see no problem whatsoever in the lane splitting.
Today, for what I did today, I wouldn't choose anything more powerful, because that made me very confident on in the place where I'm not that familiar, and maybe don't feel that confident straight away, dropped somewhere in the mountains and riding in the beautiful twisty roads where I would choose to ride all the time. But unfortunately I live in Essex, and we don't have sceneries, and we don't have weather, and we don't have anything like that.
Now guys, after riding it for a while, a little while, and enjoying the twisties and getting used to the amazing, like, bike is paradise, bike testing paradise, literally. I didn't expect that. I deliberately, like always, haven't watched any videos of anyone riding in Tenerife. I had no idea what to expect. I maybe saw unintentionally a few people here, including Freddie, who I believe a lot of you following, and I know that he stayed here for a little while, but I haven't done my research on the roads. I just knew that it's great here, and that was enough for me, but I didn't expect that. It's just twist after twist after twist after twist, and it's absolutely amazing. And what a great place to ride a motorcycle, and what a great place to test the motorcycle, because it is, for me, the place like this is where the bike belongs. It's like the best place to ride, and it's amazing to, once again, to ride Continental GT here and to test ride it here, and it just delivers that bike. I had a few moments when I missed the turn. I had a lot of moments when I missed the turn, or like now, talking at the same time, looking around, and got distracted. I had to do some moves which are quicker than normally you would do if you would pay full attention to your riding, and I had no problem at all. And when I missed the turn, I ended up in a very uphill, strange situations where I had no issues whatsoever. It just makes me feel very confident riding, and that means I really enjoy it. And at this very moment today, that is exactly what I want from the bike. I want to see around, I want to enjoy my ride, I want to have fun.
The best thing I can say about the bike, as well as it is the best looking Royal Enfield for me personally that comes out of the manufacturer, that it is that easy to ride. Like all of the Royal Enfields, you are not distracted by all the modes, which one to choose and what to do. It's all chosen for you as one mode, and you purely concentrate on the riding and on the experience. And if you are like me, want to see the places, want to enjoy the environment, as well as riding, as well as not just having a 125 and purely riding for environment, but having fast enough motorcycle to push yourself a little bit further on the bends and on unfamiliar roads like this, then it's great. I don't think that if you would get it as a fast bike, you would get bored of it very quickly. I think you would enjoy it for a long time, if not wanting to keep it forever. Maybe upgrade. You can do a big ball kit on it as well. So it has, it's good as it is, but it has a lot of potential as well, which is absolutely great for me. Absolutely.
I'm not sure how lit the streets will be all the way for me back to my Airbnb, but it's still good to test ride it at night time and to see how is it. As it is my first day here today riding, I'm trying to get used to traffic. It's a lot of one-way roads here, so I have to constantly look where I'm going and what I'm doing. Absolutely beautiful, breathtaking sunset. I spent riding for about an hour. Filming different format from my vlog, filming for reels. So guys, if you don't follow me already on Instagram, then, and if you have Instagram, that's where you can find all the short footage, more like compressed and beautiful cinematic. Not as good as for YouTube. I always prefer YouTube. I think this is the best. Okay, let's get into the darkness. We have a bus in front of us, so that's kind of cheating because he lets everything. But I have to say that it is pitch black here. And it's very important to see where you're going. It's brilliant. And we're parking next to Honda, maybe a little bit too close to Honda. Ah. That should be alright. Looks alright. I still can't believe I'm here. Looking forward to tomorrow, guys. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.